Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you my favorite products, or a lot of them at least, from 2016. I hope that you guys enjoy it. I'm sure most of them will not be a surprise at all because I'm sure I've used them in a lot of videos and things like that. And just curious if you guys have tried these products or if you get them and like them. I would love to hear. I'd like to hear any of your favorite products in 2016, so let me know in the comments below. I will kind of try to stay in the order of the way that I would apply these products, but I'm not going to make any promises. It's going to be in perfect order. Okay, first couple of products I'm going to talk about is primers, face primers. So the one that I used a lot at the beginning of the year is the E.L.F. Blemish Control face primer. It looks like this, and I really like this one because I feel like it helped my makeup stay on a little bit longer and also kind of fill in pores and just smooth out my skin, things like that. I especially like to use this when I am suffering from breakouts and blemishes and stuff, so I really like that one. And then the one that I found more towards the end of the year is the Benefit POREfessional Matte Rescue, and this one is more like a gel. It kind of dries down. This one is really great for if you have oily skin because it'll keep your face matte, it'll keep your oils really at bay. So I love using this with a lot of my foundations that I feel like would kind of break up on me and stuff. I just feel like this really would prolong the life of my foundation, so I really love this one. And really, sometimes I like to use this one plus one. This one doesn't really fill in pores as much, but I really like to use this one with a pore filling type primer too. I like to do that a lot as well. Okay, next thing I'm going to be showing you some of my favorite foundations of the year. And I'm trying to do it kind of in the order too of when I used them throughout the year because things kind of changed from the beginning of the year towards the end. So towards the beginning of this year, I really enjoyed, and I mean I still do, I like this Covergirl Outlast Stay Fabulous. The thing I love about this one is I feel like once you got it on and in place, it wouldn't move, and I had really nice coverage. So this is really a nice foundation, and it's one that I enjoyed a lot this year. Okay, another one I really found that I liked this year was the Maybelline FitMe Matte and Poreless Foundation. This is just a good standard foundation. This doesn't have really very high coverage, but it really will build up to a nice full coverage. So I like to use this one when my skin is relatively clear and I don't need a ton of coverage. Just kind of a really great everyday foundation. Not too dry, not too oily, anything like that. Just a really good one. These next two foundations are ones that I use when I am definitely having breakouts and I have a lot that I want to cover. So one of them, the name is completely weared off, but this is the E.L.F. Acne Fighting Foundation. It's a really thick and full coverage formula, and I love that it has the acne fighting properties about it. So that's one that I really enjoy. Plus this one's really affordable. And then probably my very favorite one that I've just been using like crazy, I've bought a ton of them, is the Rimmel Stay Matte foundation. It's a really thick formula. It comes out in a squeezy tube, but it gives your skin the most beautiful finish. It fills in everything. It's really thick and it's heavy coverage. So if you're not into that, you wouldn't like this. But if you like a full coverage foundation, you should definitely try this one out. I absolutely love it. It stayed in place on me all day. It never breaks up. It does so good. And so especially these two, this is my dream team. I can't get away from these. I love both of these products so much. And this is so affordable too, which is really nice. I think this is at $5, maybe even a little bit less. It's right around that $5 range, so I can't get enough of this. I love this foundation. Okay, a few concealers I have been loving for the year. The beginning of the year especially, I used a lot of the Hard Candy Glamoflauge foundation, concealer. This is a really great concealer, just really, really heavy, full coverage. As you'll see, that's kind of a trend. I've got a lot to cover, so I'm always looking for really high full coverage things. Because you can always shear things out, so it's I always like to get the most bang for my buck and get the really heavy, great coverage. If I don't need it as heavy, then I shear it out a little bit, but I just feel like you can do the most with kind of these full coverage products, so that's why I really like them. But this is the Glamoflauge that I really love. And then also, this is completely worn off too, but I found this for my dollar store video. This is the Come Correct Celebrity Concealer. And this is by Wet n Wild. Again, it's a really nice full coverage concealer. This is great for blemish covering or redness, kind of touching up, things like that. I wouldn't necessarily use these. I have before and I don't love it, but to put under your eyes. I like the lighter concealer for under your eyes, but for blemish covering and kind of covering any redness and spot touching and stuff like that on your face, these are fantastic. Okay, for under eye concealer, one that I found that I've loved this year is the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. I've like heard about this for so long, and I don't know why I never tried it, so I finally just got it this year, and I've really been enjoying that. Really lasts all day and just covers really nicely. Okay, as far as powders go, probably the most used and talked about one that I used this year is the Coty Airspun powder. I really liked this for setting under my eyes. It's a really affordable one, and it feels really high quality for a setting powder. I especially, like I said, I like this for under my eyes. I don't have just like a really favorite like a pressed powder, like a foundation type powder. I just kind of use whatever, so I only wanted to talk about this one because I really liked this one. So I talked about this one a lot in 2016, and I really liked that. Okay, one of my very most used things probably in 2016 is the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. It looks like this. Those three lighter colors on top are beautiful for setting under the eyes. They have a beautiful finish, beautiful colors. And then these bottom three are perfect for contouring and bronzing. Unfortunately, my bronzer broke and fell out, but this darker one, beautiful, perfect for contouring. This one is like the most perfect kind of nose, cooler tone contour. I really love this, and I use this palette a ton during the year. And as a quick little side note, the E.L.F. contour palette is a really nice dupe for that Kat Von D one. As you can see, it's been shown a lot of love this year. Beautiful contour, beautiful bronzer. Those are perfect for setting the under eye area, so I really enjoyed that palette as well. A couple more kind of bronzing, contouring products that I really loved are these icing bronzers. And I use these a lot kind of in the beginning of the year. I really loved these. I love the finish of them. I love the color tones. This one is a little bit cooler tone. That's a little bit warmer. So they're beautiful for contouring and for kind of bronzing and just warming up the skin. And they're just like a really soft, but not overly pigmented, but not powdery. They're just like, the formula is so perfect. I love those. And the last few face products I'll show you is the Ulta Sculpting Face Palette. This is in the color Muse. I absolutely love this. It has a beautiful highlight, a beautiful blush, and then this kind of bronzer contour color. And they just the formula of all the powders is really nice. Even the size, usually I'm not into things like that are all in one like this, like that aren't separated. A lot of times they mix, but these have like totally stayed where they're supposed to. They haven't mixed, like the bronzer hasn't gotten into the highlight, things like that. So I just really have enjoyed this palette altogether. Okay, we'll move along to eyes. My favorite primers of the year for priming my eyeshadow is, of course, the MAC Paint Pot in the color Soft Ochre. I really love this. I use this like crazy. It's a nice kind of yellow tone, so it'll just cancel out any like redness in your eyes or any veins or anything like that. So I really loved that. Another one, though, that I found a little bit more recently in the last few months is the Milani eyeshadow primer, and I've really just fallen in love with this one, too. This one's not nearly like as pigmented, so it's not going to really cancel out as much, but if you just want like a really nice base that you can just go in, that's going to make your eyeshadows just really last all day, this is a fantastic one. This is in the color Nude, and this is really affordable too, so I really have fallen in love with this one lately. Okay, for eyebrows, I really have enjoyed the Ardell, the brow pomade. I've been looking for dupes like all this year for the Anastasia Dip Brow pomade that I used to always use and love. And this one does like just as well, so I've really loved this. This is in the color Medium Brown, and it looks like this. It doesn't, once it sets, it doesn't budge at all. You can like rub your face, you can rub your eyes, it does not go anywhere. Your brows will be locked in place all day long. So when I was thinking about what eyeshadow palettes I wanted to talk about, I don't know, I kind of had a hard time, so I kind of was like going through some of my old videos, seeing what stuff I got like that was newer this year and that kind of thing. And the two that I really probably liked the most that I've got this year is, the first one is the Carly Bible palette. So I've really enjoyed the color range of this palette. The mattes are not my absolute favorite. They're a little bit powdery, but the bronzes and the shimmer colors in this palette, they're like nothing else. They are so, so nice. I love them. Unfortunately, that light pink one fell and broke out, but I really, I can't get enough of this color, that one. I really love the shimmers in this. In fact, I'm wearing on my eyelid today this brown shimmer right here. So that's what's on my eyelid. I love these. It's a really good shimmers in this palette. Another palette that I picked up this year that I have just liked so much more than I ever really thought I would was the Urban Decay and Gwen Stefani palette. And it looks like this. You guys have seen me use this in a lot of videos. I especially absolutely love this color right here. The black in it's a really nice, like, true black. It's got some really nice neutral tones, some really gorgeous shimmer. So this is one that I've used a lot more than I thought I would and just have really enjoyed. Okay, we're almost done. We're getting there. So I wanted to talk about a couple of highlighters and highlighting palettes that I really loved this year. One of them that I use like crazy is the BH Cosmetics Wild and Radiant palette. It looks like this. I love this. I use it on my eyes. I use it as highlights everywhere. They're just, all the colors are beautiful. In fact, I'll do a swatch of some of them for you. There are the colors. They are so pretty. I love them, and you can do so much with them. Such a versatile palette, and it's so affordable. Okay, another highlighter, and I know that you guys have seen this one a lot, is this one by Sephora. This is the Micro Smooth Illuminator in the color Stardust. The reason I love this one so much is it has just like an iridescence to it. So it's not just like a normal, like, kind of champagne-y, like a goldy shimmer. Like, really, it reflects a lot of different colors. So that's why I really enjoyed this one. I'll see if I can show you. It kind of just looks, I don't know how to show you correctly because it kind of just looks white in the swatches. Oh, maybe you can kind of see it that way. Do you see how it just reflects like more colors than you would see? Oh, it's so pretty. I love it. And again, I love this one for like down my nose, in my inner corner kind of highlight. I just have really loved that highlighter. Okay, the last thing I want to talk about is some of my favorite lip products of the year. And this is actually a newer find for me, but these NYX Lingerie kind of nude, these are the, what are they called? Okay, so they call them a liquid lipstick, and they really are. I mean, they dry down to a nice, pretty matte, but they are so comfortable to wear. The colors are absolutely stunning. This is one of my favorites. This is in the color Embellishment. In fact, I think I'm going to do a swatch video of these just to show you guys a lot of the colors. I've just really fallen in love with these lately. So that was one of my favorites. And then another favorite lip product that I found, well, actually I can't remember if I found that this year or not, but that I've just kind of fallen in love with again this year maybe, is these Milani lipsticks. These are the matte lipsticks. Matte Blissful and Matte Naked are the ones that I have sitting here now. I've got some of them in my purse. This is Matte Blissful, just like the cutest and most flattering pink. I love that color. Matte Naked seriously almost gone. That's why it's like hardly even showing up. It's like the most perfect nude color ever. I love the formula of these Milani lipsticks. I think you guys will too, so you should definitely check those out. Okay, for my last thing, I just wanted to show you a brush. And I could go into a lot more detail about the brushes, but I just recently made a brush video, so I'm not gonna go too much, but this is just kind of like my MVP of the year. I really love this brush. It's the Expert Kabuki brush from Icing, and this is perfect to put powder on. You can just like blend out all of your work after. It just blends in everything on your face and does such a nice job, and it'll just leave you with like the most flawless finish on your face, and it's so soft, it's smooth, it's been washed a ton of times. I mean, the quality is fantastic. I love everything about this brush. A couple last little things I wanted to throw into my favorites video is a couple of new favorite techniques that I found this year that I have loved, because I'm constantly learning new techniques and trying out new things and stuff, and so I wish that people would include this in their end of year favorites, because it's just, I love hearing about the different techniques that people find and try. And so anyways, one of my favorite things that I've done this year is I've really focused on highlighting my inner corner. So I'll get a nice, a really bright highlight, and I'll highlight right in there, and I feel like it like brightens up my eyes so much and gives so much just lightness and brightness, and just really draws attention to the eyes and just gives them a pretty and nice awake look. Another thing that I've really kind of hit hard this year is highlighting my nose. I love to highlight right in the center, so it kind of matches with that inner corner highlight, and then I love to do right on the end, and I just feel like it really slenderizes your nose. It just makes the light catch it in really flattering places, so I really love doing that as well. Another technique that I've been doing a little bit more this year is really utilizing a little concealer brush like this, and I like to kind of go through and highlight under my brows, or I like to clean up the edges of my lips with it, just really utilizing the work of a detailing brush, and just really hitting those details, and kind of doing, just those little extra steps. I've really found that that's made a big difference, and that's something that I have enjoyed a lot. Okay, one last technique I will tell you about is, and I think I've talked about this, I'm sure I have before, is I use the Wet n Wild Color Icon. This is called a bronzer, but it's a highlighter, and it's in the color Reserve Your Cabana, and it just has, I'll try and show on camera, it has the smallest bit of sheen in it. Do you see how it just barely catches the light a little bit? I love to set under my eyes with this because it has that teeny bit of sheen, and so it like gives your skin the most flattering, beautiful look, and I can't get enough of it. I love it. I love having just that teeny bit of sheen right under my eyes. Again, it just kind of does that same thing that highlighting the inner corner does. It just like draws attention to them. It really makes your skin look pretty and healthy and glowy, but it's not in a way that's gonna like make your pores stand out. It's just like got just the teeniest bit of sheen, so it just like really, oh, it's so flattering. I just love it. And then one last technique that I will tell you that I've been loving is I use my NARS Ita brush, which I've used and loved forever. And when I'm contouring, I bring it down just a little bit lower than normal, kind of right down all the way. I like will start, you know, I do most of it there, but I just drag it down a little bit, and I just love like the definition that gives my face. I just really feel like it slenderizes it and makes it a little bit more angular, so I've really been enjoying that technique as well. And then afterwards, when I'm blending with this brush, I just like kind of blend like that, and then, you know, kind of blend it up and in. But I just really, I love how that's been looking. It makes me just really comfortable, and it's just something I've been enjoying. Okay, that's all my favorite stuff from 2016, or at least a lot of it, probably not all of it, but just some things that I wanted to mention and show you guys. Again, I would love so much to hear any of your favorite techniques, your favorite products from 2016, so make sure and let me know down below. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will catch you in my next one. Bye!